Stuck on the rendering. The second time I had to render it because it didn't work the first time. Something happened with the audio quality, I guess, and I couldn't upload it from there. My general plan has been to finish these vlogs at night, and then I would render them overnight while I sleep, then I can publish them in the morning when I get up, right? The titles, all that stuff in the morning. And that did not work this morning, so everything seems to be going not according to plan, but hey, that's life. Those 8 minutes you saw of rendering time have turned into an hour and a half. So I ran into an issue this morning that I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. So if you are a vlogger, this probably has absolutely happened to you. For everyone else, when you're producing content, there can be many delays that one would experience, and filming is not the main time-consuming aspect. There's so much more that goes on behind the scenes. So to produce a video, to produce online content, you first have to film it, then you have to edit it, and then you have some rendering timing, uploading timing, all of that. Now, rendering and uploading by far can be provide the most or the largest swing in terms of time it takes to complete. That's what happened this morning. I edited that video last night, finished it around 12 a.m. Thought it was good, went to bed, and I was trying to render that video while I slept. So I woke up this morning trying to upload it to YouTube, and it wouldn't upload. I kept receiving this error, so I thought that was kind of strange, and then I went back and tried to render again, which ended up taking a really long time. So that 8 minutes turned into an hour and a half, and that was because there wasn't enough file space on the computer I was using. Now, this easily could have been avoided if I just checked a few things beforehand. I went through this whole process of trying to render that video without having enough write space available on my laptop, and I did not receive an error until the very last minute, when the computer spits back and says, hey, this can't be fully completed, and great, you have just lost a lot of time. So that raises a pretty interesting topic, and there is a book out there that I had to read a while back. It's called the Checklist Manifesto, and the Checklist Manifesto is all about making checklists for various detailed procedures that you have to complete. The key example, or the example I found most interesting in that book, was that the B-17 plane was, the Flying Fortress. It came out as a new revolutionary aircraft, and pilots were having a tremendous time, or they were having tremendous difficulties flying that plane. Every new pilot crashed it, and these were really expensive planes and all that, and you kept having pilots crashing them and all that. It started to raise a lot of questions, and the end result was that the process of trying to get the plane off the ground was just too complicated based on the documentation that they had. And the solution was to put together a very simplistic, 10-step checklist of things the pilot would need to do to get that plane off the ground. And the key idea there is that the checklist does not fly the plane, the pilot does, right? But the checklist provides all of the reminders that the pilot would need to take off successfully. So, how that relates to online video content? Well, I think a checklist could actually help. And when I tried to render the video for the third time this morning, that's exactly what I did. I checked file space on the computer, and I went through all these other little things, just making sure the render process should go okay. And yeah, so currently rendering right now in the back seat, and we'll, hopefully can upload pretty soon. So anyway, that is a bit of a rant on some experiences as a vlogger that can be a little troubling at times.